share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. You may notice my head bounced up a little bit slower than normal. It's because I've reached a point in my life where I need a haircut, right? I need a haircut, but I can't cut my own hair, but I trim my own beard, but my hair's a bit long, so I got too quickly. My this thing is called a keeper, right? With the yid lid, that thing will fly off, and I got to go stand up and get it, and then I got to start the video again. So I got a bit slower, right? That's why. If you're wondering about what's going on behind the scenes, there is no behind the scenes. It's all behind the scenes. It's all the behind the scenes is actually in front of the scenes as well. That's what you love about my channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are fantastic. Fan-dabby, double-dozy. This is a video about fan service, about what it is and you know, where it comes from. When you find fan service, and why I don't think it's a good thing, and why I don't think we'll be seeing it. Fan service, in my opinion, is the second act of desperation. The first act of desperation is like, oh my God, I got a job writing for TV, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Now, fortunately, everybody above you also has no idea what they're doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. If you're wondering if that's true or not, go and look at Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power. Yeah, it's very clear. Nobody there knew what they're doing. So when they have no idea what they're doing, you're like, well, social justice, identity politics, social justice, identity politics. That's really what they go for, right? That's the main thing they go for. Well, you got to have black hobbits in the Shire, otherwise we're racist. Well, you're kind of racist anyway, but never mind. That kind of thing, that kind of stupid thing. So normally when they do that, then two things happen at the same time. The traditional audience for that thing go, oh God, that's awful, and they vomit it out and they scream about it and they give you bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, tomatoes, depending where you are in the world, and then you know, the media goes, oh, it's being review bombed. No, maybe it's just shite. Have you ever thought of that? Like Last of Us episode 3 has got a lot of negative reviews on IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes. Maybe people just didn't like it. I liked it. Maybe people just didn't like it. Let people not like the shit they don't want to like and like the shit they do like. Anyway, so then, so it's total failure, right? Total failure. Then, so then they go, I know. Oh, we'll give them fan service. We'll give them things they want. Quick, get an original series Bird of Prey for some reason in this, and then 7 of 9. You know, I'm talking about Picard season 1. Season 3, I think, was going to be quite good. But that's what fan service. Oh, quick, mention the Garden of Forever. Let's bring back the Jadoon. Bring back Captain Jack. I don't know. Mention the Zarbies. Anything. Anything! That's fan service, right? I don't think we're going to get fan service. I do think we're going to get, in the newer Doctor Who, a lot of connections to the rest of Doctor Who, right? I wouldn't call that fan service. Anyway, so this video is entitled The Horror of Fan Service. I don't know when it's going to go out. It's one of those ones that's kind of evergreen, right? I'm recording this intro on February 8th. It's from my live stream on February 7th. But it's one of the things, it can last, a week, 2 weeks, and it's not going to get stale, right? So some videos you got to get out that day, right? This is not one of those videos. But anyway, it'll probably go out at some point. I don't know when. Who knows or dare. So you let me know. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know when I put this video out. There you go. You're in the future. You know more than me. Isn't that incredible? Like, share, subscribe, comment. Not that knowing more than me is so impressive, it's just you know more than me because you're in the future and I'm in the past, right? That sort of knowing more than me. Like, share, subscribe, comment, look in the video notes, follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. Maybe by the time I post the video, Twitter Blue, which they're promoting now in Israel, is going to be here. So this video is probably going to be on Twitter as well. Actually, that's a bit long. This one's probably just going to be on YouTube and Rumble, of course. Oh, if you're on Rumble, comment. I never see anybody comment on Rumble. I can't find the comments, but comment on Rumble. So sign up follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, sign up for my Substack, my email newsletter, and that's basically everything that I could ask you to do. You could, send me a kidney, but I don't really need it. I probably do, but I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do with it. Seems a bit of a waste, really. Keep your kidney. You can send me your money. I'll take that. That's fine. But leave yourself a little bit. I don't be too tough on yourself. Anyway, I'm not really expecting any of that. Just like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you very much. Not really expecting that. If you do it, I am grateful, and I am grateful. So like, share, subscribe, comment, subscribe. All those things are good. Fine. Now let me hand over to me from last night. Fan service. So yeah, this is something I think we should talk about, because I think fan service, while it's the best we've had to have things that weren't awful, have things be enjoyable in any way. Fan service, I think, is a bad thing, right? I think it's generally speaking a bad thing. I was thinking about it, and I don't think we're going to be seeing it in Doctor Who. I think we're going to be seeing it a bit in Picard, right? But I think fan service is what you do when you don't have talent and you realize you can't fill that in with identity politics, right? Because that's really where we saw fan service, right? Like when you're like you're the people who do Lord of the Rings, right? Who clearly don't have talent. That's what it is. They clearly don't have talent, right? But so that's why they filled it with identity politics. But they had no idea what they're doing, right? Obviously, they had no idea what was going on. And that's why you fill it with that. It's the same way that season 22 in 1985 had so much violence. It's because Eric Saywood didn't know what to do. So you just fill it. That's what happens when you don't have a vision and you've got to put something out. That vacuum sucks in the how do I describe it? That vacuum sucks in the dregs of the day. Right, and that dregs of the day is identity politics in 2023, right? So yeah. So when they do that and it didn't work out, so they said, "Oh no, we got to give the fans what they want." So you get something like what was it, Star Trek Picard, which was really the first series. None of it was very good. The first series was clearly a mishmash of shitty ideas, apologizing for Brexit and for Trump, with like fan service crammed in there to shut people up. Oh, you got a bird of prey, it's 7 of 9. But then it was like 7 of 9's gay now, and it's like, oh, fuck off. Right? Fan service. Fan service is not a good thing, right? And again, it's a sign of lack of imagination. I think we're going to have lots and lots of connection to Doctor Who in Rusty Evans Doctor Who. I don't know what we're going to get with Picard. It looks like we're going to get something good, right? We might be, right? We might be getting something good. It might just be fan service. I don't know, but I don't think it'll be a real shame if it is fan service with like excruciating messaging wedged in between it, right? It'll be really, really, really disappointing, and I really hope that's not the case, right? I really genuinely hope that's not the case. But I don't think we're going to be getting fan service, right? I think we're going to be getting actual good Doctor Who, which I'm very excited about. If Picard's coming out a week from today, if Picard comes out and it's good, not just the first episode, it's going to be the same as The Mandalorian. The first season of Mandalorian, you're like, oh god, it's going to be shit. It's going to go woke. It's going to be, oh god, it's going to lecture me. Oh, and it was fine, right? But the whole first season, I was like, oh, so much tension. It's you have to wait to see. So hopefully, Picard, if that comes out good, I think we're in good shape, baby. I think we're in good shape. I think if that comes out good, then I think the culture war is over. Fine. So let's look at 10 times Doctor Who fans. 10 times Doctor Who gave fans exactly what they wanted, and they hated it. Yeah, this is almost exclusively around the Jodie era. Be careful what you wish for. Ancient Gallifreyan proverb. Okay. Meh. Yeah, look. Fans of Captain Jack, pure fan service there in the Chibnall era. Doctor Who fans are an incredibly vocal bunch, especially when it comes to things they want to see in their favorite show. But as this list will show, sometimes when Doctor Who fans want, in theory, isn't always backed up in practice. Well, I don't think they ever. It's got to be delivered with competence, right? Without that, forget it. For example, the answer to why the Doctor left Gallifrey was so poorly received when Moffat introduced the idea of the hybrid that he recalibrated in Twice Upon a Time. I've totally forgot about the hybrid, right? Suggesting that the first Doctor left Gallifrey to prove a scientific theory about good and evil instead. I don't recall, but okay, I believe you. The history of the Doctor is littered with similar stories. Doctor Who fans wanting answers to age-old mysteries, but recoiling in horror when they're presented with an answer. It's likely the reason that the Moffat created River Song's famous ethos of Doctor Lies. I like it how you keep trying to like anchor it into good Doctor Who, but when you're going to be mainly about bad Doctor Who, right? Allowing the convenient reset when mood requires it. The big reset's coming, baby. I think a big reset is coming. So here are the times that fans got what they wanted, and the guest appearance they long desired, and the perfect casting suggestions that they asked for, only to be spectacularly disappointed. Okay. Number 10, a proper long story. Well, we didn't get that. We had Chibnall writing a proper long story, and you can't write, right? One of the recurring complaints about the 21st century Doctor Who from fans that grew up with the classic series is they don't have enough time to tell a good story. No, the two-parters were normally equal, like Satan Pit, Impossible Planet Satan Pit. That was like an average, four-parter, right? It really was. Like most of the two-parters were like that. The three-part season finale, or we could call it four-part, were with the Master. That was like, again, I disagree with this. They don't have time to tell a good story. With most episodes only around 45 minutes, it felt like character development and script plotting had been lost. I mean, Simon's like, every two-parter, I'm thinking every freaking two-parter proves you wrong, right? In reality, all that happened was the repeating the scenes of the Doctor and their companions being imprisoned, escaping, then being imprisoned again, have been trimmed out. Not really, no. Oh, don't connect Jodie Whittaker's failure and Christian and Jodie Whittaker's failure to like good Doctor Who? What the hell? While the Doctor had experimented with a long form storytelling since 2005. From hints to Bad Wolf in season 1 to Amy's hallucination in season 6, series 6. Yeah, no, there was always long form storytelling, right? They were bolted onto a Monster of the Week format, right? Fine. No, it wasn't. That's completely not true. Monster of the Week format. Shut up. These additional elements for the loyal viewers were bolted onto the Monster of the Week format. It wasn't Monster of the Week. Shut up. That's absolute nonsense. All right. What you want to call the Doctor and Vincent Monster of the Week? So when COVID pandemic necessitated a significant change to the Christian plan season 13, and also perhaps is the as we found out, the BBC absolutely hating it, right? With Christian was planned season 13, classic fans got their wish. With the series long story about the destruction of the universe that made no fucking sense, and the universe didn't destroy, but it was destroyed. It was so badly written. However, Flux received many of the same complaints that New Who episodes tend to suffer from. It was too confusing. The resolution didn't make sense. It was rough. Yeah, I understand that. That's because Chris Chibnall wrote it. You'll find the two-parters written by competent writers were actually quite good and developed character. Oh, Family of Blood and what's it called again? Human Nature, Family of Blood. I mean, like all the two-parters. It seems the longest, most consistent Doctor Who story is fans being disappointed with what they give it. No, they're only okay. Anything Chris Chibnall gives you is disappointing, right? Sylvester McCoy regenerating Paul McGann. What's wrong with that? We all like that. Shut up. Doctor Who fans are a funny old bunch. When Russell T Davies bought the show back in 2005, there was a portion of fans that wanted Paul McGann to either lead the show or film regeneration and Chris Eccleston. I hear that, right? I mean, it's good that they didn't, right? Back in 96, this obsession with seeing the handover from one doctor to another led to one of the biggest issues of Paul McGann's TV movie. Producer Philip Siegel, like many of the Doctor Who fans at the time, would someone see Sylvester McCoy be given a proper send-off. Well, I understand his point of view, right? He wanted to introduce to an American audience the idea that the Doctor can regenerate, right? And it's shape-changing. And I think, frankly, it did that quite well, right? He really wasn't in much, right? And it was a newly regenerated Doctor. I think all that was quite accessible. It's just they're busy watching Roseanne because Dan was having a heart attack, right? That was the issue. Fine, but the decision it was hampered the show's chances with prospective American audience. I think he wanted the legacy of Doctor Who to be part of it, right? That was his vision of it, right? That it had this big legacy, right? It turned out, that might have been an own goal. I hear that, but I think it worked because what they did get was because what they get when they tuned in. 20 minutes without the lead actor who features in all the promotional and the strange man who fought this. He did it 5 minutes, you dumb cunt. What? What? Okay, 1 second. I'm going to investigate this right now, right? I'm not going to play it here. I'll play it on my computer. But I'm not going to play it here because I just want to make sure the sound doesn't play. Fine. I want to find out at what point he regenerates. I mean, you're all about introducing. It is a long way in. Okay. It's 20 minutes. Okay, it is 20 minutes. No, 1 second. When does he regenerate? Hang on. It's 20 minutes in before McGann appears. It's a fair criticism. It's a fair criticism. Yeah. For those American viewers unfamiliar with Doctor Who, must have assumed this was a new hospital drama left by Daphne Ashbrook, Grace Holloway. Not really. You started with a guy in a time machine. But when another hospital drama you got when George Clooney in who needs another hospital drama when you got George Clooney in ER rather than enticing the audience? The confusion of McCoy I don't know. I think you're wrong. I don't think it was going to get picked up anyway. Captain Jack. Yes, this was fan service, right? I have to say, Sylvester McCoy in the McGann movie was fan service. I agree with you. That actually was fan service. I lost focus on what the point of this exercise was. That was fan service. The response to John Barrowman's eventual return was rocky. After being unavailable for Good Man Went to War, he was supposed to be a Good Man Goes to War. Oh, I'm heartbroken. I never heard that before. He would have been awesome in that. I mean, I like that we got the Paternoster Gang, although I never really liked the Paternoster Gang. But it's like, oh man, I'm heartbroken. Oh, that would have been perfect for him. That really is very sad. That really is very, very, very sad. The beloved Captain Jack Hartness whipping up fan further, calling out Moffat conventions on a couple of occasions. Ooh. In 2020, Barron finally got his wish. After being unavailable, Good Man Went to War, Barrowman seemed to go off the deep end in his attempts to bring back the character Captain Jack Harkness, whipping up a further and calling out Moffat. Fine, whatever. 2020, Brown, he's got his wish. He was in Fugitive of the Jadoon. He returned in Revolution of the Daleks. He got some decent material to work with, breaking the Doctor out of jail. That was such an embarrassment for the character of the Doctor, about him being broken out of jail. Really unbelievable. Jodie Whittaker, by the way, just got her first job after Doctor Who. What's a prestigious project she got? I put out a short about this day. That she's working. She's in a 15-minute public information film about the dangers of for parents to be aware of for children via social media, right? Produced by the Financial Times. It was like, That's the. I mean, like, what's more embarrassing, that or Chris Chibnall teaching how to be a showrunner? I don't know. Both could be pretty bad. Yet many fans felt underwhelmed by Captain Jack's return in a satirical story about the Dalek law enforcement. It was there to pick up ratings, which also picked up the threads of the timeless child twist. There was one element too many and wasn't used as effectively as the character deserves. Worse still, the hasty recorded phone call about staying in Cardiff with Gwen Cooper suggests that Barrowman had been quietly written out. Yes, he had been written out. Absolutely. The BBC hated him at that point, right? If he was, it wasn't for the reasons that certain was the independent believe. Most likely Barrowman's censorship and international COVID restriction made him future appearance difficult to schedule. Oh, will you piss off? Yeah, right. Are you telling me Big Finish went to the expense of recording an audio with David Tennant, right? Recorded with David Tennant to shelve it and not put it out. No, I think they're not in the business of burning money away, and that was that. And they rely on their David Tennant releases to the money they make from those to cover the shortfall of the less popular ranges, right? Obviously. So that was a big hit for them. It's because I'm sure the BBC put the bullet in, right? Still underwhelming the possible final appearance for fan favorite character. Yeah, I don't really consider it. Morbius Doctors explained. They weren't explained, you dumb morons. Oh, an explanation that doesn't make sense by a moron isn't an explanation. I mean, have you noticed this is entirely the Jodie era, mate? Right? For years, Doctor had tried to rationalize the weird moments in the TV show past. Why does one say Doctor is required? Because he doesn't know the last name of Doctor, and that's because he's a robot. He's like android intelligent. He inserts who because he doesn't have Doctor Who is required in War Machines. And it's just fun, and it's Doctor Who, you idiots. Does he actually say Doctor Who is required, but the weird computer voice doesn't emphasize the comma? No, I think it was Who is a generic when it's and I'm like John Doe. Yeah. Another contentious moment is the Morbius Doctor. Some pointed out that the Doctor just invented them to defeat Doctor and Battle Wills. Yes, I point to that all the time. There's a much better explanation. Well, the production team responsible regularly affirm those faces belong previous. No, they don't. No, he said, well, the idea was their previous Doctors. The idea was to hint they were previous Doctors without saying these were previous Doctors. It was to add mystery to the character, not to suck mystery out of the bloody character, you absolute cockwomble morons. Oh! Enter Chris Chibnall. Captain Dickhead, who introduced the idea of the timeless child, and that's about a retconned away, baby. You get ready with that copium. You're going to need lots of copium, mate, to get over that. Who introduced the idea of the timeless child, an alternate origin story that allowed the Morbius Doctor to sit alongside a dozen plus versions. I hate this so much. That appeared on screen from between 63 and 2020. Fandom believed the collector's eye release. No, it didn't. We said we all hated it. And threw their hands in the air in praise of the mighty Chibnall for at last converting the Morbius Doctor's mystery. No. Gotcha. Of course they didn't. Arguments over the timeless child got so heated that if a national lockdown hadn't been instituted, fans might have taken to the streets in angry protest. We came close. David Bradley is the first Doctor. Yes. I think this was good, though. Right? Why didn't you like this? Right? This was who was like? Wasn't this David Tennant's idea? Is it like, you can always get David Bradley be the first Doctor? Like, at a convention, David Tennant said that, and Stephen Moffat went, right? Yeah. So in the Christmas special, he wrote for Chris Chibnall because he wouldn't write one. He's an idiot cunt. He put the first Doctor in it. A lot of people hated it. I liked it a lot. Screw you. Doctor Who spin-off. We're seeing a bunch of those, and Torchwood was good. I'm saying Chris Chibnall did a good job on Torchwood. for God's sake. I mean, like, Torchwood actually wasn't bad. I thought his season was good. I thought Children of Earth was excellent. I thought Miracle Day was shite, as was everything after that. Yeah, first 3 seasons, yeah. First season was like, oh, let's everybody be gay! Phasmin. Yes, they all wanted Phasmin. Yeah, no. It was never explicitly there in the writing until quite late in their era. Until it became that fashionable, right? Until that happened. All right. God, these are such morons. Oh God, it hurts me how stupid they are. It was never expressed, but Jodie Whittaker, Magic Girl, definitely played the characters of the Doctors as slightly more than a friendship. Oh, they made the girly bits all tingly. Oh, they wanted the scissor in the TARDIS. Why was the bed in the console room? I don't know. Don't ask questions. And if they were lovers, why is Yaz constantly scowling? Listen, Jodie, darling, are you having trouble making Yaz come? I understand. Listen, you're such a failure at everything you do. You probably can't make Yaz come. You got to find the G-spot, darling. You got to go in underneath that little ridge. You got to find the G-spot, honey. Right. Tongue and finger. That's what you need, honey. That's why Yaz is so uptight. She hasn't had a good orgasm. Why? Because Jodie can't make her come. It's that simple. I just solved why Yaz's problem. Right? Totally. Jodie, if you only have listened to me. Fine. Going back over those first 2 years, there are hints of what became later. Many fans picked up those hints as began shipping Phasmin. When Whittaker and Gill became aware of this, they were keen for Chris Chibnall to explore it further. Oh, let us speak the language that dare not speak its name. The love that dare not speak its name. Eki thump. Oh, let's have a dildo in the TARDIS. Double-headed dildos in the TARDIS. Eki thump. Well done. That's such a great idea. Why didn't Robert Holmes think of that? I bet Robert Holmes is in his grave right now saying, oh, fuck me. Listen, I thought of, wonderful robot mummies, and Morbius, all these kind of things. I thought of all these great things, but I never thought about having lesbian dildo doctors in the TARDIS. I feel like such a pranny. I bet you do, mate. I bet you do. Yeah. Oh, Ninja's down there. Hello, Ninja. How you doing? He might come over and just start meowing at me because he wants me to tickle him. But he wasn't me to tickle him in the guest room. No, I'm not doing that, Ninja. Ninja's the cat, by the way. Want to be clear. Ninja's not my weird gimp-like sex slave. No, Ninja's just the cat. I hope. Fine. They want... and it ended up saying it was a damp squib. Well, again... Jodie couldn't make Yaz come. That was the problem. Really, Jodie. Couple of 1,000 years old. Don't know how to bring a woman to orgasm. What's wrong with you, darling? How do you keep a woman screaming after orgasm? You want your penis on her curtains. Rum pop. Thankfully, we're demonetized. Although that does actually work. I want to be very, very clear. That will, yes, that does actually work. While the first 3 specials attempted to give a greater emotional through line to Yaz and 13's relationship, it never came to anything. It's Chris Chibnall writing it. What do you expect? There was a couple of sweet scenes with the Doctor dropping Yaz off after ice cream so she could turn into David Tennant. Didn't feel like an emotional ending the pairing deserved. They deserve nothing. They deserve nothing. Given how extensively the Doctor and Rosa's romance was explored, it was disappointing to see the Doctor and Yaz's attraction brushed over without much of an impact. No, it wasn't disappointing for me at all. Patrick Troughton and 2 Doctors, fair game. That is fan service. That is total fan service. But, he pulled it off. But the weird thing is this. We had all that 1985 violence and darkness, and Patrick Troughton doing it. It just seemed weird, right? It just seemed weird. Solving the 13 Lives conundrum. well, they do this a few times over. I forgot now. Even before Capaldi announced that he was the 12th Doctor long-term Doctor fans were wondering how they would get around the 13th conundrum, 13 live conundrum, introducing Deadly Assassin by Robert Holmes, blah, blah, blah. With Gallifrey having been destroyed in time, was unclear how the Doctor could possibly get a new regeneration cycle, but then wait until after the 12th Doctor era to explain this. Stephen Moffat decided that to end the 11th run by solving the conundrum using a slightly dubious numbering. Moffat made Matt Smith the 13th Doctor. Well, he was 11, then 12, including the War Doctor, and you had 2 David Tennants, right? You said that the double regeneration of David Tennant. Fine, I'm fine with that. After saving Gallifrey in the Day of the Doctor, Clara persuades the Time Lords to give the Doctor a new regeneration cycle. And 2013 ends with Peter Capaldi as the first Doctor in a brand new cycle, 13 full lives ahead of him. Here's to the future, except fans mode. How convenient and easy. No, we didn't. Sort us out on Gallifrey. They're normally good. We like them. What are you talking about? I mean, yeah, look, they did moan about Robert Holmes's Deadly Assassin. I agree with you. But yeah, no. In hindsight, we liked it. Unlike The Timeless Child, which is always going to be cack, right? It is always going to be cack. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.